Just something to take the edge off. Is this thing on? Yeah, it's green. It's on. Hey, what's up? Somebody just drove down the road with like a busted ass Honda Civic. Oh my god, but I did not like the way that sounded. That made me really upset. I got really upset by that. Okay, so what's up? So I feel burnout. I feel burnout. It's absolute burnout. Totally normal, whatever, blase. But I feel it in my bones, in my uterine lining and everything. Apparently, there's an app called Flow that allegedly sold your cycle information to Meta. Like, can you believe that Meta wants to know when your cycle is? Are they fucking stupid? Do you know that a woman's cycle can change based upon stop eating, dietary restrictions, dietary changes, stress, hormones? A woman's cycle can decide whenever it wants to fucking start again, whenever the fuck it wants to start again. So you understanding a woman's cycle, like it's crazy to me that they're over there like, oh, we're stealing your period information. I'm just sitting here like literally blasting it on the internet like, hey yo, what's up fuckers? Welcome back to my channel. I'm on my rag. Who gives a fuck? Oh, why? So you could figure out like it's the creepiest thing. It is the most fucking creepiest shit. Like I not to get too little schmull, but there's been a lot of unsavory things that I've discovered within the past week. And like every time I go home, I start crying. Like in the car by myself, I start crying. I cry before bed. Um, and you're probably like, what is your problem? Well, here's the thing. I 100% believe that everybody has a right to say whatever the fuck you want to say. Okay. And I also have that's my opinion. And period. Period. Clock it. Like that's my fucking opinion. Um it is so fucking American to say fuck you to literally anybody treading on your rights, but it's so crazy because the people who are like don't tread on me are the people who are literally grabbing ankles and getting fucked in the ass. Did I just say that? Fuck it, we leave it. Wow, should I put like a fucking vent? Nah, here's the thing. Look, here's the thing. C'est la vie, mon ami, is such as life. If you want to grab the ankles and take it up the bottle, baby, at least record it. Give God a show. Yeah, 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 yeah. And why not? Okay, I'm just kidding. But no, seriously, the most cuck shit I've ever seen, the craziest cuck chair I've ever seen is people, far right people, bending over and getting railed in the ass at such a velocity. You would have thought you would have thought. And apparently you didn't think. And apparently you didn't think. And that's okay. Like, girl, why think? Why think? Why think? Okay. Now, am I mad? Yeah. You know why? Because I do have fucking ovaries that have eggs inside of them. Oh no. Yeah, because I have fucking eggs in my body. Woo! Oh, it's a big turn on for everybody. Uh, we gotta figure out when her period is so we can figure out how to steal her eggs. What are you, a dragon? Are you a snake? Even snakes don't think like that. That is some diabolical shit. I just read a couple of fucking I read certain foundations how do you say manifestos of like if they get their way, this is how the world will be. And it's very scary. It's not Handmaid's Tale. It's worse. And as somebody who has a sack of eggs chilling inside of you, that's a spooky dooky thought. I've already talked to my husband about certain things and we both have come to agreements on certain things, and it's crazy whenever like somebody was like, hey, listen, if they're coming after everybody who is a free thinker, which happens to be a lot of people in the LGBTQIA plus community are free thinkers because they are, I don't know, like bold enough to go where no man has gone before, or woman or person, you know? It's like when people say, it's just to have the audacity to throw yourself against the status quo, and also to embrace how you really truly feel as a human soul incarnated on this fucking physical plane of existence, to fucking stand 10 toes down. Like, no, I feel like I'm a fucking man, and so I'm going to transition into that. That's badass, 100%. I'm going to say that. Do you know why? Because you're following something within yourself. Now, that being said, to live out loud, to live openly, honestly, and against all religious that's amazing too. Okay, that's amazing too. And it's also beautiful when I see a religious person that is like, that truly has a beautiful, intimate relationship with their God of choice. That's beautiful. I could kiss them on the forehead because they're such little pretty angels. When someone has enough, it doesn't matter if they are gay or not gay, or part of the queer community, or conservative right wing shabba ding dong. It doesn't matter. Whenever someone lives so boldly, it's beautiful. Now, when somebody who lives so boldly takes their boot and puts it on your neck until you can't breathe, therefore crushing the soul, breaking the body so your soul has nowhere to go, and killing you. That's crazy. That's crazy to go after an entire community. Not just one community, but every minority you could think of, you're just shooting for. And that to me is insane. That's what's crazy to me. I don't understand that. I just don't understand it. And so I'm just venting, and like that's what I don't understand is like, why? What? People think like if they just wiped us all out, right? If they just, let me just say this, they wiped all my people out, and everybody that I know that is in these like minority groups, if they wiped us all out, our genes are still out there. People are still gonna become gay. People are still going to feel conflicted because it's not a genetic thing. It's on a soul level. It's something they can't really touch, which is the golden glistening spark of creativity, inspiration, and badassery. To be so bold to say, if they kill me, to be so Christ-like, to say, I'm going to live my life however the fuck I want, and I'm willing to for it. That's very Christ-like, and they don't like when you figure that out. Like, that's crazy. I wish I could just vlog like a normal person. I wish I could just vlog and be like, hey guys, welcome back to my room. I just door dashed some popcorn to my room. I was watching a Trisha Paytas video today, and I was like, what is up with this girl? Because, like, I don't follow her. I don't, them. I don't know I don't know. I don't follow Trisha. But she did make that AMC popcorn look fucking good. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? And I had to change the video. To what? To a composer's music. Because after I watch Brain Rot and Filth and Squalor, I like just putting on some classical music and just like ditzing out for a sec. But yeah, anyways, I think it's very Christ-like to live your life however you want to live. And will they come after you for it? Yeah, but that's the most badass part of it. People who claim to follow Christ are actually like limp dick pussies, because instead of following Christ's example, they follow the mass that executed him's example. And that really sucks. Personally, these are my opinions, okay? Now, what does it mean to be Christ-like? Well, to totally like just it's an individual thing. You got to go figure it out yourself, okay? Can a preacher tell you what it means to be Christ-like? No. Nope, because that motherfucker has no clue what it means to be Christ-like, if at all. Okay? Somebody like do a little wandering, talk to some people. When I was 12 years old, I was hanging out with transsexuals, gays, and drag queens at the Austin City Limits Music Festival when I was a fucking babe. Okay. So, arguably, and it's okay to argue, and you can argue that what radicalized me was asking people questions and being exposed to others living out loud. And that's not even radical. That's literally having a think, being curious. Like having a fucking think. Can you imagine? They're like, "You thinking? Are you thinking? Why don't you just take everybody's brains out? Meet, meet, meet. Start digging in your butt, Dwayne. Like, why don't you just start like taking their brains out? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's illegal to have a think. Why? Well, then, if people can't have a think, I'm gonna tell you a secret. A lot of these companies that have like very dangerous things going on with them, like such as chemical plants or like oil refineries, places that where you need to have at least a little bit of a brain to fucking make sure everything doesn't go haywire and the town doesn't catch on fire. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. It's important for people to have a fucking think, have a thought. And you can't just sit there and I can't believe in this age of Aquarius we're having a huge, revival of witch hunts. That's crazy. That to me is a little freaky deaky. It's giving I don't know, it's giving limp dick fucking puss. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's giving like nothing. It's giving underwhelming loser. It's giving like unsatiated desire. It's giving um junkyard dog on a strict chain. It's giving what is this giving? It's giving boring. Like, are you kidding me? Okay, so their agenda is that everybody needs to be Christian. Everybody needs to pick Abrahamic branch. Pick one. Have to, right? Women are no longer people. You are just breedable things. That's weird. Here's the thing: if it really gets to the point where they start pushing the goddess back underground, which I don't know, like, do they want? Do they want? Do they want? What is that like? Is that one of their like fail safes for cataclysm? Because I don't know if you've ever fucked with the goddess type energy. A real one. I'm not talking those fake ones that people claim they like say fucking prayers up to some false god that's not even like anything, not even a good fucking thought. Okay, not even a good thought form, just a fucking adjacent like dumpster, right? But I'm talking like a real true goddess energy. And you're talking about taking every person, like just culling people and then using and breeding specific. That's bizarre. That's freaky. That's so fucking weird. That is bizarre behavior to me. I don't know. To me, that's just weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I will put this as a rant because this is important. It's obviously important to me. You can just get this out there that I find it peculiar. And I think that if you don't find it peculiar, you got to check the water that you're drinking. You got to check what's in the rain. You got to check what's up your butt. You got to start checking things. Now, I know, like in the previous video, I was like, I think that Americans should be surveilled, like to an extent, but I do not think that they deserve to be um, institutionalized or imprisoned for their ideas. I think it's important to, I don't know, have some sort of what the fuck is going on. At the same time, I do not believe that people need to be institutionalized or imprisoned for just, hey, I think we should do it a different way. There's that meme of like a guy sitting at a conference table, and he's like, we should have this instead. And they throw him out of a window. Like, I don't think it should get to that point. But, I mean, it's not the first person they've ever thrown out of the window, and it won't be the last person they throw out of the window. Those motherfuckers love throwing people out of windows. Like, why do they just stop it? Like, cut it out. Like, come on, cut it out. Um, Stop. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. Here's the thing. As somebody who grew up very exposed to a lot of different things, right? Crime, violence, queerdom, straightdom, Christianity, Abrahamic, this and that, blah, 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 satanic stuff. As somebody who grew up exposed to a lot of different things, the one thing I could say is that the world is big enough for everybody to live in. Separately, sure, we all have our little tribes that we're a part of, and that's fine. um, Tribes within tribes within tribes, with cultures within subcultures and little things. That's okay. One day you'll find yours. That's okay. It is never okay for some overarching limp dick to come and flop itself on the entirety of humanity. It's never okay for that. Like, it's never, ever, 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 ever okay for that. Do you know why? Because that's fucking lame, boring, and pathetic. It's pathetic. Imagine that is like, bro, I know 4-year-olds with more fucking decorum and more like I can't believe this psychobabble baby bullshit that we're kind of dealing with. And it's like, I mean, whenever you kind of look in the past and you see the dominoes that have been falling since certain events, you can understand certain things. I get that. It just feels like two big fucking children, two big babies playing chess, and we're all just innocent bystanders, and we're all kind of getting fucked. But what's crazy is those serving up their asses first are the ones that were crying the loudest about their rights in the fucking beginning. I think that's what's crazy to me. Now, am I a doctor? Am I a lawyer? Am I anybody of any consequence? No, I'm just a dumb fucking high school dropout from the South, guys. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. If I die tomorrow, it doesn't mean anything. And that's okay. Um, at the same time, as somebody from nothing, looking at everything. Really? For reals? What the hell, Beyonce? Okay. Well, that's bizarre. No, I don't fucking care. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter. None of this fucking matters. The truth is, eventually one day we're all going to pass away. That's just like a hard fact. And then we will become everything, anything, and nothing all at once to some extent. And that's okay. Unfortunately, everything you're doing is being watched. Now people are like, wait, Big Brother. No. By the glorious dead. And you will pay based upon their scales. And no one can save you. I mean, at least, that's one way of thinking of it. The other way of thinking of it is, you know what I'm saying? No, maybe not. And that's okay too. There's no arguing with lead brain. Those motherfuckers just lick walls. They just suck on sewage pipes. There ain't no arguing with that shit. And that's okay too. Okay. And I'm not trying to sit there and come after anybody and be like, oh, if you're a part of an Abrahamic faith, oh my God, you're just dogs, blah, blah. I don't mean this, like, I'm not trying to say that. But what I am trying to say is, like, you got to be careful with getting indoctrinated. I think that Christ is glorious and beautiful. I love Buddha, but like, how long people were, suffering, all suffering comes from attachment. And then today I was joking with my husband. I was like, Buddha sat under that fucking tree and said, all suffering comes from attachment. No shit, Sherlock. How long did it fucking take you to figure that one out? Okay. I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to fight. Buddha's cool too. Okay. There's a lot of cool people. Kuan Yin. There's tons of different Christ-like entities, creatures, mythos, Isis, Osiris, and Horus. Beautiful stories across time and space of just things in general happening. Things in general happening. And things in general happening right now. But really, like, take some time to look within yourself. I think that we all have this cosmic compass within ourselves that also mirrors the external, like, as above, so below, or however you'll say that. And I think that there's a lot of hullabaloo where people, especially in the occult, will jarble up one thing, jarble up another thing, mix the brains together, shove it in the ear, shove it up the butt, and tell you some lies. And hopefully it sticks to something. So you're just so fucking confused, you can't form an opinion. Here's the thing, I give you permission. Form an opinion, and you're free to change it later if you want. Do you really mean it? Yeah, I fucking really mean it. Listen, I used to fucking hate the color pink, okay? Mostly because I was what? Can you say it with me? Traumatized at an early age. Now, then I became hyper masculine because of it, okay? Now, as an adult, I got tons of pink clothes. I like it. I fucks with it. It's alright. It's a good color. It's a good color, okay? It's okay to grow. It's okay to change your opinion, and it's just okay. You know what I mean? Like one day you could be like, "Hey, yo, I fucking hate the Lakers," whatever. And I'm sorry, I saw a video of Shaq at a rave. Someone was wearing a Lakers jersey, and he was like, "Kill that motherfucker with a Lakers jersey." I'm sorry. I saw a video online on the interwebs, as I usually do every day. Um, and I know this is like such a lame video, and I'm so sorry because I just feel like I have to say it. Like, number one, they're like stalking your periods. That's cute. But like, I would just offer up the information. Like, honey, you don't understand. Do you not even know how a fucking woman's menstrual cycle? How much do they not know about women? How much? What the fuck is going? Why are they so stupid? Are you this fucking dumb? You guys are just willfully ignorant of the human anatomy until you want to rape it and use it for nefarious purposes, such as your fucking little propaganda machine. That's creepy. It's giving creep. It's giving guy hiding under the staircase taking push shots. It's giving fucking weird shit. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's giving you don't know any personal women, so you have to stalk them to fucking figure out what that was to ask a question because they don't feel safe around you. And also, they don't teach us this in school. No, they don't teach women anything about their body really in school other than like, well, here in the South, I'm so sorry. Let me back it up. Let me back it up. Here in Texas, they don't fucking give a fuck about you if you're a woman, especially if you're a woman that isn't white. They don't fucking care about you. They don't care. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Unless you like back in the day, Medicaid, they loved giving young women birth control. They loved that shit. They really did. And it's weird to see like the whole switch from like forcing birth control on young women in the late 2010s from when, forcing it on them. Um, and then now switching to, hey, birth control should be out the window. Abortion should be out the window. All that shit should be out the window. We need to have more babies. But allegedly, this is the most fullest the earth has ever been. I just don't understand, you guys. And I know that's a part of it, is that we're not supposed to understand, because if we did understand, then we can make a beautiful formation of something different, a beautiful, different crystalline structure of just those at the bottom. Instead, you know what I mean? It's just different. So if we were ever informed, we would start making like water. Do you know how water is affected by music and words and vibration? I think that they purposefully keep us disorientated so we don't make those beautiful crystalline structures. Because if we did create beautiful crystalline structures from within, we all believed in ourselves and all this shit, if we all believed in ourselves, we all took time to really contemplate existence and each other and ourselves, everything, anything, and nothing all at once. If we all took the fucking time to, if we all took the fucking time to give a flying fuck, they would freak the fuck out. Okay? Because then they couldn't control us. So I think that it's important to watch out what kind of music you're listening to. Take care of your body the best way you can. I don't give a fuck what you do to everybody. That's up to you. Like I said, the Holy Dead are watching. Just to get all serious. They know what your crimes are. And that's fine. And so that being said, it's a weird life. I don't know, it's just a really weird life. And do I like it? Absolutely not. My husband always reassures me that we are not back in survival mode, but I think we never left survival mode. I think they just hit us so hard in the root chakra that we just cannot, could not, even if we wanted to. We just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfucking, you smell what the fuck I'm stepping in? Okay, because it's not sulfur. Yeah, it's not brimstone. Okay, do you smell what I'm stepping in? That's doodoo, baby. No, but seriously, and in all seriousness, I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm fucking stupid. You shouldn't even be subscribed to my channel. I am Lady the fucking idiot. I'm just stupid and dumb. I'm just like I said, I'm nobody. I didn't even graduate high school. And it's too late for that. I'm 30. So who gives a fuck? But at the same time, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having, at least take some time away from the box of perpetual sorrows, your cell phone. Like uninstall social media for a second because that shit sucks, bro. Like if there's anything that I am grateful for expanding my awareness, but also like in a way they lock me into this unfortunate cycle of searching. And it is unfortunate. And then like every day I saw like an interview with Jack White and he was like every day he's like making headlines and I give my, a time and attention to him every fucking day. Sorry, my bows are all fucked up. I give my time and attention to him every day. And this dude is just fucking taking all of like siphoning out the American energy into his laser beam of doom or something. Who fucking knows? Into his like purpose. And if there's something that metaphysical ramblings of a madman have ever taught me, it's that intention and attention are so powerful, are so powerful. And so it's vulgar. It's a vulgar misuse of power to be so fucking flamboyantly ignorant. But I don't think it's ignorance. I think it's purposeful. I think everything that they do is purposeful because it's shock every day. It's some new shock to what your entire nervous system is shock after shock after shock. And then like I still don't feel numb. It's just I'm used to the tingling. Do you know what I'm saying? It's fucked. It's really sad. Perpetual sorrows, bro. I love Kubla Khan, Texas. I really do. Love their shit a lot. Passing over power to the lowest form of animal, cannibal, limp dick, and irrational. Um, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Here's the truth. I don't fucking know. My birthday's coming up. Hey guys, it's almost my birthday. And eventually it'll be my birthday. And I just felt so odd. And why not? Well, should I ever? With all the shit happening in the world, I think it would be bizarre if I did not feel odd. I think if like I said, if we woke up one day and we were like, I feel great, refreshed and renewed and restored, I think at that point it's just like sweat just dripping, so fucking waterfall of doom. Um, but yeah, I mean, what? Whatever. I'm gonna go because here's the thing, I don't fucking care. The truth be told, is it important to point out like intention, attention, and shit, and like, hey, yeah, we should probably pivot our attention to something within ourselves in order to like project that into the world and be more creative? Yes, but is it also completely difficult to be creative in such a force field of fuckery? Absolutely. So if you're a creative person and you're watching this shit, I'm sorry, first of all, because I suck dick and this is such an annoying thing for me to do, to hop on here and just fucking ramble, and I'm so sorry. But at the same time, um if you feel creatively like a blockage, I think that's completely normal because your fucking sacral and root chakra are getting like fucking tag teamed by news headlines every day. And so if it wasn't, if you weren't struggling to create something beautiful in the world right now, I think that would be odd if you were like, I'm pissing rainbows and shit daisies. I think that we would have a problem. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain that we'd have a problem. But yeah, I think that look, witchcraft is great. It's fantastic. Now, there's a lot of healing that can happen. I think that it's a good gateway to open. I think visiting your local cemetery and like finding the oldest grave there is a really fun practice to do. I also find it to be healing to go to botanicas and just talk to people, get a feel, get some readings done. You know what I mean? Do something a little spooky. Um, that'll help you believe in something other than the news headlines. Do something that'll like change the course of your life. Do something, you know what I'm saying? Like book a trip, take a flight, get on a boat, go to an ice skating rink. I don't know. Go bowling and load up the fucking jukebox with 3 hours of My Chemical Romance or Panic at the Disco. I don't know, whatever the fuck you guys are into these days. Typo negative. I think that that would be very healing in some way. Do tiny things every day in order to honor yourself. And also, here's something really cool you could do. You can build an altar in your house to your inner child and fill it with things that would make you at such a strange age happy and radiant, and keep that altar in like east is good for new beginnings, west is good for endings, south is good for a little bit of chaos, and north, it depends. Some people say it's healing, some people, there's different things. You could go do like I think a feng shui calculator to find out which directions are the best ones for you. Crispy's crying again. I'm gonna have to go. He just wants me to pet. Like he gets bored, he just starts crying. But anyways, a feng shui calculator to figure out which directions are good for you, which directions are bad for you, and then place the altar in a corner of your house. That's beneficial for change, not change, but like healing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just take small steps towards doing something different, carving out your own pathway in the rainforest with your own machete, like just trying to figure the shit out on your own. The best thing I could say is know thyself, and that'll help. And also just don't always trust everything on the internet. Anything printed after 2020 is a little because it's got a lot of AI misinformation. You got to be careful which authors you trust because they have certain biases based upon how they grew up and how they were raised and their personal conditioning. That being said, um, I like looking at old books, but also because you get like a different flavor from different time periods because they were conditioned in a completely different way. We had a completely separate government in the 1940s, 60s, and 80s than we do now. And so how do you say, the flavor of textbook narration is different. Do you understand what I'm saying? I have a multitude of different books, and they're all interesting. Are some of them shitty? Yes. But, anyways, you can't really change yourself until you actually see a different outcome for yourself. So, manifesting in a good way, manifesting a better reality for yourself, dream a better dream. I think that's what I want to say is that collectively, this is a fucking nightmare. And I think individually, if we all start dreaming a better dream, all of us, including people with Abrahamic backgrounds and people who are don't tread on my bread kind of shit, if we collectively start dreaming a better dream, it will shift. And then we'll get the age of Aquarius that we deserve, but not without the price of your new life costs your old life. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to just say goodbye. And, that may be you lopping all your hair off, getting a face tattoo, getting tattoos removed, changing your name, changing your sexual identity, embracing your purpose, whatever that may be. Maybe it's just to have a fucking a cat Instagram or Instagram for your lizard. I don't know. But everybody has an individual purpose, and um discovering what that is versus mulling over this nightmare of smoke and mirrors is, I think it's top tier to figure out what your interests are outside of, constantly flipping shit. You know what I'm saying? And perhaps I'm gonna go back and rewatch this video and be like, hey, actually, this is more for me. Maybe this is shit I needed to tell myself the whole time. But I don't have like a support group around me that can tell me things like this. I am a fucking stranger in a fucking strange land, babe. Even though I grew up here, I was not born here. These are not my people. I have two people here. Two people out of like a quarter of a million or something. I don't know. It's a very small county, very small town. I got two people that just get it, and that's enough. You don't need 50,000 people to get you. You need one bad bitch with, a badass, okay? You just need one bad bitch to be like, exactly, like, and mean it. Not fanfare or whatever. Just one person who fucking gets it. That's enough. That's enough against the whole world. Just one person that's like, girl, I get it. I get it for sure. I get it, and that's enough. But yeah, I don't know. Try to stay positive. Like I said, build an altar to your inner child, and every day put something on there that you would have liked at that age.